morning, dear students. In previous class, we were discussed metals and non-metals entire chapter. After completion of metal and non-metal chapter, today let us see another one. First part, last chapter, that is nothing but our environment. Yes, my dear students, whatever is present in our surrounding is termed as what? Environment. Environment include all those things and set of conditions which influences the life of an organism, like their growth, survival, development and the process of reproduction. Thus, our environment is composed of physical surroundings, living beings and climatical condition of the region. All these components interact with one another so as to maintain the balance of the environment. However, this balance is being disturbed by various human activities. Yes, my dear students, we all already know what here interaction between interaction between living and non-living components. Interaction between living and non-living components. Yes, my dear students, interaction between living and non-living components. Yes, my dear students, it means abiotic and biotic. Abiotic, it means in our physical surrounding is termed as abiotic, climatic condition also termed as what? Abiotic. Yes, how the organism, it means living thing is interact with non-living thing, that is termed as what? Totally our environment. Next, waste type and their effects on our environment. Waste types and their effects on our environment. The useless, leftover or discarded substances are called as waste substances. Improper management of waste generated by various activity leads to imbalance. Which imbalance? Environmental imbalance. Yes, my dear students, what is meant by waste? Yes, the useless or discarded substances are called waste substances or waste products. Yes, my dear students, waste are three types. How many types? Three types. One is termed as what? Solid, and second one is liquid, and third one is gas. Yes, my dear students, wastes are of three types. Wastes are of three types. Yes, first one, solid waste. It include household wastes, household wastes, farm waste, etc. Yes, second waste is the state of water, liquid. It means a chemical wastes are directly released into air in an rivers, chemical wastes. And third one is gas. Gas, it means smoke from chimneys as well as chimneys and automobile vehicles. Automobiles. Okay. Yes, my dear students, these waste substances can be divided into two types. Yes, it may be solid, liquid and gaseous waste are divided into how many types? Mainly two types. Mainly two types. Yes, first one is biodegradable substances. Biodegradable substances, and second one is non biodegradable substances. Yes, my dear students, once again I remind it, wastes are of three types. How many types? Three types, that is solids, it means household waste, farm waste, industrial waste, etc. These are comes under what? A solid state. And second one is liquid, it means a waste released from water. Industries, it means a chemical waste. Third one is gas, it means smoke from chimneys as well as automobile vehicles. These waste substances, it means solid, liquid, gas waste substances can be divided into mainly two types, as they are termed as what? Biodegradable substances and non biodegradable substances. Yes, my dear students, let us see what is mean by biodegradable substance. What is mean by biodegradable substance? First one is biodegradable substance. The substances which can be disposed of naturally by the action of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc. are called biodegradable substances. Yes, my dear students, it means the substances are what are disposed with the help of what activities like bacteria as well as fungi, termed as biodegradable substances. Yes, the substances which can be disposed of naturally by the action of microorganism like bacteria and fungi. Fungi are called biodegradable substances. It means the substances are degradable are disposed with the help of water action of microorganisms are called biodegradable substances. Biodegradable waste can also be put to treatment by waste management plants. They can be used as manure or compost to increase soil fertility. Example, garbage, sewage, livestock waste, used tea waste, waste paper, leftover food articles. Yes, my dear students, these all are converted as what? Compost. Yes, why compost is used? My dear students, compost is used to increase of soil fertility. Yes, let us see effects of biodegradable substances. Effects of biodegradable substances. They act as pollutants only when their quantity become large. The effects of biodegradable substances are as follows. First one, decomposition of biodegradable waste leads to full smell, as well as, yes, it means first effect, decomposition of biodegradable wastes leads to foul smell. It means unwanted smell. Yes, unwanted smell is produced by the process of decomposition of a biodegradable waste. My dear students, it leads to what? Foul smell. It means a bad smell. Second one or second effect is dumping of industrial waste reduces the fertility of soil and leads to reduction in crop yield. Yes, my dear students, you mean we are dumped water a different type of waste. It mean solid, it may be liquid, it may be gas. You people are dumped where in an fertile soil. That fertile soil leads to water reduction in crop productivity as well as yield. Is dumping of industrial waste reduces the fertility of soil and leads to reduction in crop yield. Yes, third one, breeding of fly is huge quantity on these waste carries germs and spread diseases. Yes, my dear students, it means in a decomposing substance what happened, the production of fly is more as well as use or quantity is increased. What happened afterwards? In this waste carry germs and spread diseases. Yes, breeding flies in huge quantity on these wastes carries germs and spread diseases. Yes, my dear students. And fourth one, dumping of waste into water bodies leads to water pollution. This result in the spread of various waterborne diseases. Examples are cholera, yes, or hepatitis B. Yes, my dear students, it means the process of dumping is takes place where in an water body is dumping of waste into water bodies leads to water pollution, this result in the spread of various waterborne diseases. Yes, my dear students, once again, all of you listen here carefully. Yes, what is meant by biodegradable substances? It means the substances which can be disposed of naturally by the action of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi are called biodegradable substances. Yes, and effects of biodegradable substances are: first one, decomposition of biodegradable wastes leads to foul smell, it means unwanted bad smell. Second one, dumping of industrial waste reduces the fertility of soil and leads to reduction in crop yield. Third one, breeding of flies in huge quantity on these waste carries germs and spread diseases. Yes, my dear students, it means spread different type of what diseases. For best example, biting of a mosquito. And fourth one, dumping of waste into water body leads to water pollution. This result in spread of various waterborne diseases, for example cholera, hepatitis B, etc. Yes, my dear students, let us see what is meant by non-biodegradable substances. Second one, non-biodegradable Yes. The substances that cannot be converted into harmless, simpler forms by the action of microorganisms are called non-biodegradable substances. Yes, the substances cannot be converted into harmless, simpler forms by the action of microorganisms are called non-biodegradable substances. These are toxic, harmful, maybe inert and accumulate in the environment. These account for the major pollutants of the environment. Most non-biodegradable waste result from human activities. Example, radioactive waste, plastic, insecticide, metals such as lead, arsenic, aluminum, etc. Yes, my dear students, it means non-converted into harmless form by the action of organism. Examples, best examples are radioactive radioactive wastes, plastic, insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers, and heavy metals like heavy metals like lead, arsenic, etc. Yes, my dear students, these are termed as what? Non-biodegradable substances. Clear? Let us see effects of non-biodegradable substances. Effects of non-biodegradable substances. Yes. Substances like radioactive waste, lead, mercury, etc., accumulate in the environment and causes life-threatening diseases in humans and other living beings. Yes, my dear students, it means these are non-biodegradable as well as what cause a different type of diseases in human beings as well as other living organism. Second, they pollute water and harm the aquatic plants and animals. It means totally pollute water pollution as well as aquatic life is totally harmful. Yes, my dear students, let us see what is meant by ecosystem. Ecosystem. Yes, already we all are learn about ecosystem in 8th standard. It is the structural and functional unit of biosphere. It is the stable ecological unit where regular input of energy and circulation of matter takes place. Yes, my dear students, here the term ecosystem was coined by Tansley. All the interacting organism in an area together with non-living constitute of the environment form an ecosystem. Yes, my dear students, it means the interaction or the interacting organism in an area together with the non-living components of the environment form ecosystem. Yes, once again recall it. The definition of ecosystem: the interaction between living and non-living component of the environment form what ecosystem. Yes, my dear students, here there are different types of ecosystem. For best example, aquatic ecosystem, it means a lake ecosystem, a river ecosystem, a marine water ecosystem, a saline ecosystem, as well as a field ecosystem and a forest ecosystem. Yes, let us see types of ecosystem. Types of ecosystem. Yes, there are totally two types of ecosystems. How many types? Two types. Yes, first one is natural ecosystem. Natural ecosystem, and second one is artificial ecosystem. Yes, what is meant by natural ecosystem? Yes, my dear students, the naturally existing ecosystem without any human support or without any human activity is called as natural ecosystem. Yes, it means it is obtained naturally or occurring naturally without any interpretation of human activity is termed as a natural ecosystem. Depending upon the habitat, natural ecosystem may be terrestrial and aquatic. Yes, terrestrial means it may be desert ecosystem, grassland ecosystem and forest ecosystem, and aquatic means pond ecosystem, lake ecosystem, estuaries ecosystem and marine ecosystem. Yes, my dear students, it means they are exist how? With naturally. Yes, second one is artificial ecosystem. An ecosystem which is created and maintained by human is called artificial or man-made ecosystem. These really on human effort to sustain. It does not possess a self-regulating mechanism because it is maintained by human beings. Yes. Examples are agro-ecosystem, aquarium, botanical gardens, parks, field and crop. These are comes under artificial ecosystem. Yes, my dear students, let us see components of ecosystem. Components of ecosystem. Since the environment refers to both physical and biological condition, it encompasses both living and non-living components of the earth. It means it have biotic and non-biotic components. Yes, biotic means living, abiotic means non-living. Clear? Totally interaction between living and non-living is termed as what? Ecosystem. Yes, my dear students. First, it constitutes what? A biotic component, a biotic community. Biotic components. Biotic components. Biotic components include all the living organisms present in the ecosystem. That means plants, animals and microorganisms. The living organisms are interconnected with one another by various mechanisms and show interdependence on each other. These are primarily classified into different groups on their nutritional relationships. Yes, we all are already know. Yes, how? On the basis of food they consume, the different living organism can be categorized into three main groups. How many groups? Three main groups. It means autotrophs, heterotrophs and yes, my dear students, first of all biotic components are categorized into three groups. Categorized into three groups. Here first one is producers. Yes, second one is producer, and second one is consumer, and third one is decomposer. Yes, producer, consumer and decomposer. Yes, my dear students. Let us see first one, producer. Producers. All green plants and certain blue-green algae which can produce food by the process of photosynthesis are producer. Yes, my dear students, it means producer. They are termed as what? They obtain their food. They obtain their food owned by the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis are called producers. Yes. Yes, these producers are also termed as what? Producers are also termed as autotrophs. It means obtain their food by own. Example, green plants, all green plants and blue green alga. Yes, both are obtained their food. How? The process of photosynthesis. They absorb radiant energy of sun and produce organic component. It means carbohydrate. They convert solar energy into chemical energy. Thus, autotrophic nutrition. Thus it is called as what? Autotrophic type of a nutrition. Yes, my dear students. Here raw materials are used. Materials are used by plants are sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Yes, it means conversion of radiant energy of sun and produces organic compounds like water, organic compounds like carbohydrates. Yes, these are the source of nutrition for rest of ecosystem. They take up carbon dioxide and release oxygen in turn into environment, thus balance the composition of air. Yes, my dear students, it means plants can get absorb water, carbon dioxide and gives rise to oxygen, free oxygen to the environment. Yes, let us see second one is consumer. Consumers. They are depend on the producers for their nutritional requirement and consume food prepared by producer. They are thus called what? A consumer. It means does not be able to produce their own food, directly depends upon producers. Hence they are called as what? Consumers as well as depends upon producers. They are termed as consumers. Hence they are termed as what? Heterotrophs. Heterotroph means does not be able to prepare their own food. They directly depends upon producer for they getting their food. They are termed as what? Consumers as well as heterotrophs. Consumers can be further divided into three categories. How many categories? Three categories. First one is herbivores. First one is herbivores. Second one is carnivores. Carnivores, and third one is omnivore. Yes, herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores means these are primary or first order consumer which feed directly on the producer. That means directly eat what? A plant. Example are grazing animals like zebra, goat, sheep, etc. Directly feed plants. Yes, are primary. Hence they are termed as what? A primary or first consumer. Examples goat, sheep, etc. Yes. Second one is carnivorous. These are the animals that feed on other animal. The carnivorous which feed on herbivorous are called second order consumer. Yes, my dear students, it means they directly feed what? Herbivores. Herbivores, they are termed as what? Are herbivores or other animals. Other animals, they are termed as a carnivorous. Examples lion, hawk, owls. Okay, these are the best examples of carnivorous. Yes, my dear students. Third one is omnivorous. Third one is omnivores. These are animals that feed on both plants and animals. Yes, my dear students. Omnivorous feed plant and animals. Yes, called as a omnivorous. Examples are humans and bears, etc. Yes, my dear students. Okay, now let us see a third type. Third type is, our last one is decomposer. Last one is decomposer. Yes. How the process of decomposition takes place? With the help of microbes. With the help of microbes. Yes, let us say decomposer. These are the microorganisms which feed on decaying or dead organic matter. They break down the remains of dead animals and plants to release various substances that can be used by other members of the ecosystem. Examples bacteria and fungi. Yes, my students. The process of decomposition, it means they present where in a decaying material as well as decaying substances as well as dead organic matter. The process of microbial activities takes place and converted or feed their energy. Yes, they are useful in decomposing waste from ecosystem. They help in recycling of materials, cleaning of waste and creating space for growth of new organisms. Yes, my dear students. In today's class, we all are discussed introductory part of our environment and types of waste and their effects. Afterwards, what is ecosystem and types of